Hi, I'd like to talk to you about Mike Huckabee and his claim to have a theology degree. I got this information from the World Net Daily on the internet, and I'll cite the reference at the end of this. I'd like to read a few excerpts from this article. It's titled, Huckabee's Theology Degree Now Says Ain't Necessarily So. Republican presidential candidate Mike Huckabee told the Christian Broadcasting Network that he had a theology degree. He told voters in Iowa he had a theology degree. He repeated the claim in last month's CNN YouTube debate, but his campaign now says it was not true. Huckabee's claim began unraveling following his offhanded comment about Mormonism in a New York Times interview last weekend. By the way, this article is dated December 14th, 2007. Reporter Chaffetz wrote, "If young Mike Huckabee was ever rebellious or difficult, there is no record of it. He preached his first sermon as a teenager, married his high school sweetheart, and went off to Ouachita Baptist University in Arkadelphia. There he majored in speech and communications, worked at a radio station, and earned his BA in a little more than 2 years. He spent a year at Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary in Fort Worth, Texas, before dropping out to work for the televangelist James Robison, who bought him his first decent wardrobe and showed him how to use television. He dropped out of the Theological Seminary in Fort Worth, Texas. He never finished his degree." Last month, Joe Carter, Huckabee's research director, responded by email. He writes, "Governor Huckabee doesn't have a theology degree. He only spent a year in seminary. Also, it's not surprising that he doesn't know much about the specific beliefs of the LDS Church. There aren't a lot of LDS members in Arkansas. They comprise just 0.07% of the population. Most Southern evangelicals don't have much exposure to that particular religion. Even in seminary, you're not likely to study the LDS faith unless you take a class on apologetics." Well, speaking in Iowa in October, Huckabee told a sympathetic crowd, "Anytime you have been a person who is identified as a pastor and you've got a seminary education and a theology degree, people tend to worry about you." In November, while appearing on the Christian Broadcasting Network, Huckabee said, quote, "People look at my record and say that I'm as strong on immigration, strong on terror as anybody. In fact, I think I'm stronger than most people because I truly understand the nature of the war that we are in with Islamofascism. These are people that want to kill us. It's a theocratic war, and I don't know if anybody fully understands that. I'm the only guy on that stage with a theology degree." Last month, during the CNN YouTube debate, Huckabee responded to a question to the candidates about their belief in the Bible. He said, quote, "Sure, I believe the Bible is exactly what it is. It's the word of revelation to us from God Himself. And as the only person here on the stage with a theology degree, there are parts of it I don't fully comprehend and understand, because the Bible is a revelation of an infinite God, and no finite person is ever going to fully understand it. If they do, their God is too small." Well, Mike, there you go again, playing loose and fast with the truth.